So let's tackle some cake pops. This is the first time I've ever made cake pops, so this is really just an experimental set. So let me tell you the do's and don'ts, or at least what I learned not to do. And there's quite a few things that I learned not to do because I seemed to do everything wrong the first time before I ever realized how to do it right the next time. Thankfully, there are plenty of TikTok creators doing cake pops and other treats that have lent a helping hand by putting things on their videos to help us all out, like their recipes or even some tips and tricks, which kept my first set of cake pops from being a total disaster, and I only made minor mistakes that could be easily corrected. I went with a simple yellow cake mix with the vanilla flavor because it's a classic and I know that everyone will like it. And there we came to my first mistake, because when I squeezed the cake mixture to make sure it was the right texture, I didn't realize that later, before I rolled it out, that I needed to knead it all together to make it smooth. So my first dozen cake pops are definitely a little crumbly looking, so the chocolate coating on the outside isn't completely smooth and flawless. But as I continued to make cake pops, the dough did become smoother because I had to re-knead it several times. And after I got all of my cake pop shape, now comes the fun part. So I just melted some of my white chocolate to a specific temperature, and then it's time to dip. And I thought I recorded the part where I'd put the popsicle sticks into the cake pops, but somehow that did not happen. I just dipped every one of my cake pops into the white chocolate and used that little massager to help me get all of the excess off. Then I decided I wanted to do something extra special on top of these cake pops, and I wanted to add a few sprinkles. But this is another mistake. The white chocolate dries super fast, so you got to put the sprinkles on while it's still wet. Then I did a simple drizzle of white chocolate that I had dyed pink, and then some edible glitter. I did try one fancy version of cake pop at the end. I drizzled it with milk chocolate and some crushed or crumbled Reese's cups. What do you think?